The United States military is upgrading a long abandoned former Cold War naval base in the Caribbean, suggesting preparations for sustained operations that could help support possible actions inside Venezuela. Why is the US exactly building this military forces in the region? Let's take a look at the report to understand better.
A Reuters visual investigation has found that the United States military is upgrading a long abandoned former Cold War naval base in the Caribbean. Officials and experts say it could mean the U.S. is preparing for possible action inside Venezuela. So, why is the U.S. restoring the base now?
This is not something that the region is accustomed to seeing.
Ryan Berg is director of the Americas program and head of the Future of Venezuela initiative at the Center for Strategic and International Studies.
I think this is happening now for a number of reasons. First, the Trump administration is very keen to demonstrate that they are implementing a new paradigm when it comes to dealing with counter narcotics. No longer is the US Coast Guard the lead operator in these missions, but the US Navy and the US Air Force have been brought in to support and in many ways take over these missions. And I think that that new paradigm is there because the administration is keen to show that foreign terrorist organization designations for cartels in Latin America have consequences, in this case, lethal consequences.
Since early September, the U.S. has carried out at least 14 strikes against alleged drug vessels in the Caribbean and Pacific, killing more than 60 people. The upgrades in the Caribbean are taking place at Puerto Rico's Roosevelt Roads Naval Base. The Navy withdrew from the facility more than 20 years ago in 2004. Before that, it was one of the biggest U.S. naval stations in the world. One U.S. official told Reuters the base occupies a strategic location and offers a large amount of space for gathering equipment. Construction activity was underway on September 17th. According to photos taken by Reuters, crews began clearing and repaving taxiways leading to the runway. In addition to the upgrades of landing and takeoff capabilities, the U.S. is building out facilities at civilian airports in Puerto Rico and St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Those two U.S. territories sit roughly 500 miles from Venezuela. Reuters spoke to 3 U.S. military officials and 3 maritime experts, who said the new construction in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands pointed to preparations that could enable the U.S. military to carry out operations inside Venezuela. President Donald Trump has also suggested it.
And a lot of the Venezuelan drugs come in through the sea, so you get to see that. But we're going to stop them by land also.
The U.S. military buildup in the Caribbean began in August with the arrival of warships, a nuclear-powered submarine, fighter jets, and spy planes. The Ford Aircraft Carrier Strike Group, with roughly 10,000 troops and dozens of aircraft and weapons systems, is on its way from the Adriatic Sea. According to Reuters reporting and U.S. officials, the Trump administration since August has deployed at least 13 warships, 5 support vessels, and a nuclear submarine. 8 warships remain in the region, along with supporting vessels.